try!
Yeah, a couple of changes, a couple of forced changes due to injury. We've got Jared Butler starting in place of Jordan Smiler, and then Andrew Smith comes in place of Kyle Godwin. Both injuries expected to be a couple of weeks there, so these guys will get a nice opportunity in that jersey. And then Sam Carter comes back in as captain again. I thought Fards did a fantastic job last week, but as we've been doing all year, just that rotation policy, giving Carter a nice freshen up, bring him back in, and hopefully he performs well this week. And then a couple of changes on the bench. So Tommy gets his first run in Brumbies colours in Super Rugby. In fact, you've been itching to play Super Rugby for a long time, and he gets his opportunity to do that. So very pleased that a local player can come through the ranks and play Super Rugby. And then Jordan Jackson Hope, also another local player, comes back into the team after being rotated out for a couple of games. Well, he was out for a little bit with injury, and then put a couple of games together now, and has played quite well for Royals. So we're sending all of our players who aren't in the matchday 23 back to club or out to play some club rugby. And I think the local competition is very interesting at the moment. There's a number of good sides and a few upsets. We saw one on the weekend, Royals beating Darra. I think that's a bit of an upset. But the guys who've been going out have been playing some good football, and Tommy's no different there. He's put in a couple of good performances for Royals, particularly good showing on the weekend. And on the back of that, we felt he's deserved his spot this week. Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got a lot of fitness. His game awareness, he understands the game exceptionally well, and then very skillful player for a forward. He could easily cover the back line, a number of positions in the back line, and very tough through contact as well. So. Yeah, I mean, he's in the 23, and there's a lot of competition in the back row at the moment in this team to get into the 23, and he's in that 23 because he has the right skill set and he's playing some good football. Oh yeah, not necessarily thinking about what they're thinking. We're certainly conscious of the fact that they've played some really good games this year. Probably started the season slowly, and they're probably quite embarrassed by some of those results, but. They're a better team than that on paper, and I think they've shown that over the last couple of weeks. And we've had a real good focus this week. I think we played some good football on the weekend. There's no doubt about that. The guys combined really well, and they had a lot of fun. And I think the crowd enjoyed it. And that's what we've been aiming to do since the start of the season. So the challenge for us is to make sure that we don't get carried away with that momentum. We've trained really well this week. We've got the right attitude on the training park, and we know what we're up against. These guys are second best in the competition in terms of turning the ball over at the breakdown. Very strong ball carriers and aggressive line speed. So they're going to throw a lot at us, and that's what we've been focused on more than potentially what they're thinking about.
Yeah, excited, nervous, as you'd expect. It's only been, 8 years in my career, 10 years in my career that I haven't really been this nervous. So I'm excited by the opportunity, and I thank the management and the staff for that. So looking forward to it. Just hopefully get some good minutes and see how we go. So I was fortunate to have the 4 years in the Sevens program, which it set the tone for somewhat of my career, and this is where I always wanted to end up. This is where, playing Super Rugby, and let alone the Brumbies, and being a Canberra boy, this is what I see as a natural fit, and to be back here, it's humbling in a sense, yeah.